Alright folks, anniversary tradition on the channel. Let's rate all the vehicle styles addendum to 2023. So we already rated all the old skins. It took us like 2 hours or something. And then we did a follow-up on 2022's vehicle styles. So let's do one for 2023. Now you already know the rules, and so do I. There's 38 new skins, and 7 more exclusive to the Russian server. Originally, it's about 134, and then went up to 180, and now it's even more now. So obviously, let's take a look, but all the rules are made up, the rating doesn't matter, the points doesn't matter, so it's for fun. It's mostly for fun, and taking a look at all the new skins. Alright, first up, we have the Caliban with a 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏 HMS Bruiser, but originally it was Daddy's Belt that got changed to a 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, so kinda controversial. The only change made on the 3D style list, but semi on the back. It is naval or nautical in style, I guess, but originally it was Daddy's Belt on the gun barrel, and that was too controversial, I guess. I mean, I like my violence the same way I like my beer. Domestic. So Daddy's Belt was originally inscribed on the gun barrel, but they changed it because controversial reasons. HMS Bruiser 3D style for the Caliban is too controversial. We changed it. Sorry for the inconvenience. Woohoo. Alright, so yeah. No Daddy's Belt for you, but the pinup is nice, I guess. But it's like an 8 out of 10. It's okay. It's not half bad. So, decent enough. Surprise! Terminator 2 Marathon. It's amazing skin for the T32 copy, but they could just do a JPEG of John Connor with the Terminator on the turret. That would be it. But no, they actually went out of their way, exposing the endoskeleton of a turret design. It's amazing. So definitely 10 out of 10 because I'm a fan. But so many references, like the minigun, like the grenade launchers and the M16s, even the little hook at the back end when the T1000 was chasing them. So go faster, Nettie. I can't. It's a Geo. Amazing references. It's an amazing looking skin. It's not in your face. It's not a JPEG. So definitely awesome. 10 out of 10. I love this design, definitely. No question about it. The only downside to it is it's a T32, but alright. And next we have the Lion or OF40 prototype. So the style changes camo based on the map or weather condition, which is pretty nice. It's a 10 out of 10, definitely. So all assembly shop vehicles have a special characteristic. It's your number, it's your special style, so that's what's nice about it. Personalized, but it takes a lot of money, a lot of resource for it, so it's very good looking too. I love this vehicle, it's pretty good. So does cost more than the Object 780 by like 25%, so inflation cost, but whatever. Alright, Battle Pass Season 10 of 2023. So with the mouse as one of the core vehicles, but not a bad looking skin. I prefer it over the Holiday Ops version. So definitely looks a lot neater than the tricolor one, but lots of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff. It's not bad looking. It's not like a gigantic anti-aircraft machine gun on top of the turret that covers up like half your screen of the reticle and you can't even aim or something. So not a bad looking skin. Definitely like 8.5 out of 10. It's pretty good. And following the desert theme, we have the Rinoceronte. It's actually a little bit better than the Holiday Ops version of 2022. So definitely a little bit smaller and more streamlined than the rocket launcher, I believe, or mortar system on top of the turret, but still looks pretty decent. It's also 8.5. Battle Pass has been decent in terms of style this year compared to like motorcycles or snowmobiles or something. So not a bad looking skin, definitely worthwhile. And finishing up Season 10 of Battle Pass, we have the UDES 1516, also the desert theme camo. So pretty nice looking, Definitely better than the Frankenstein monster of a rock golem, lava golem with the cracks of red on the holiday style thing for the token shop. So kind of weird of that design, but this one is more definitely realistic. But I like it. Definitely still 8.5, pretty good. All the desert styles are pretty nice, but not enough desert maps. Not really. Well, technically it's a new vehicle, but it's actually a new style for a copy of a 121B. So not really a new vehicle, but it's a new style based on the Monkey King of Chinese folklore. So definitely based on the original costume design, but I doubt they're going to give it a Goku skin. So that's kind of copyrighted. Can I have a Goku skin going Super Saiyan? That would be pretty nice, but it's okay. I mean, it's like the Beijing Opera 113, but it's like a 7. It's okay. It's fine, but it's kind of flamboyant, right? Pretty eye-catching. Eyesore. Ah, the Progetto. Ay. Awaken my masters. Spartans, what is your profession? To look swole. It's such a stupid looking vehicle. Technically, it's a new vehicle, but it's a 3D style for a copy of a Progetto M46. So, okay. Even the hull is the same. The hull is still the same color as the base model, but you just have a helmet and a bunch of shields and the abs. Oh, this is a meme. This is like a freaking 5 or 6 out of 10. It's oh god. Ah, now we have the Malfurion SU-130PM. I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved. God, I'm such a nerd. Why is this thing a thing? I mean, it's a druid of a freaking tank destroyer, I guess. I mean, it's like a camo net that glues onto your skin or something. Kinda dark. I don't know. It's like a 5, 6 maybe? I don't know. The gun barrel glows up like Hearthstone, but okay, I guess. I don't know. Such a freaking nerd. It also has mushroom growing on it. Alright, fine, whatever. Okay. And back to normality with a Panther and a jungle-themed camo. Also, it's dynamic. The Panther tank has 3 different guns. The L100, the L70, and the short barrel L28 105mm. So if you change a gun, the camo change, the gun sleeve change, which is pretty nice, but it's a jungle-esque of a theme. Also pretty cool. I'll show off the actual gun barrels as well. But not bad looking skin, definitely 8.5 too. Yeah, 8.5 feels good. Maybe 8.75 because how dynamic the gun barrel is. The stock 75mm L70. And the dinky little L28 105mm derp gun. It's so small, it's so cute. And we also have a dynamic camo for the Tiger 1. The camo nets on the gun barrel will change based on the length. The L71 to the L56, also the derp gun, the L28 105mm, and the Tiger 1 also has a stock 75mm. But it's also a nice looking skin, looks like the Africa core a little bit, but there's frying of 2 eggs on the mudguard. So it's a reference to a Panzer 3 or Panzer 4, maybe a Panzer 2. So definitely a nice looking skin, also 8.5 as well. There's a bunch of eggs too in the basket, or potatoes. But there's the fried egg on the mudguard. Nice Easter eggs. Here is the L56 88mm. The stock L70 75mm. And of course, the little L28 105mm. The T95 E6 Helldiver, even though it says Nomad on the gun barrel. It looks like the Object 907-esque of a burnt style, where some sort of explosion happened on the port side of the vehicle, but still looks pretty decent. It is Clan Wars, bunch of gas masks. Pretty nice looking. I mean, nobody really has this vehicle. Everybody prefers the 907, right? Or the Chieftain if you manage to get it, but put this vehicle into the bond shop. Nobody plays it. Just be like the M60, right? Put it into the bond shop. Everybody will be happy. You'll actually see this vehicle get played. I'll spin my bonds for it. Well, if America was a style, this would probably be it. The Independence T110E4. It is for 4th of July, for money, but the cow horns, the cowboy hats, the grills, the drums, it screams America. Even the truck ornament on the back end of the engine deck. Too fast for you, New York. Ew. Texas. Route 66, Indiana. Yeah, it's America, definitely. It's also funny that this skin logically did not make it to the Russian server. Which is also funny, but yeah, obviously, right? Obviously. 7 out of 10. It's okay. I mean, yeah. Patriotism is the virtue of the vicious, according to Oscar Wilde. So, yeah, whatever. Welcome to the Rock! The Dragon Boat Festival skin for a Czech vehicle. Shouldn't it be a WZ-111 or the 110? Makes more sense, but V-shaped hull looks like a boat. Also, they painted the commander cupola to look like a drum. That's kind of cute, but it is only for the Asian server, logically speaking. Oh, life jackets. That's not historically correct, but whatever. So definitely like our Independence T110E4, it is for the holiday during summer, but it's okay. It's also like a 7, I guess. It does look like a boat. They painted the water for the tracks and side of the hull, but okay, it's a Czech tank. And on to Season 11 of Battle Pass with the AMX-50 Foch B. It's sort of a Italian? I don't know. It has a mosaic theme to it, but the large moped or ski boats or little rafts are back. So more stuff for the back of this vehicle. Seems kind of convoluted too. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a bunch of apples too. So Rome theme or mosaic Italian theme for some reason, but okay, it's like an 8. It is not as good as a desert theme, right? Not really. So 2 machine guns facing backwards. Yeah, it's like a boat, I guess. I mean, the headlights work. Okay, it's an 8. 8 out of 10. The Type 5, even though it's driven by an Australian guy for some reason. It's okay, it's not bad, but I prefer the Kaiju skin for the Type 5. Also, I preferred the non-high explosive nerf back then, but god, this vehicle has been nerfed to hell. Rebuff the high explosive rounds, Jesus Christ. But not a bad looking skin, not really. Still, the nautical Kaiju skin makes more sense for such a large vehicle, right? It's a battleship or freaking mountain of a tank, but this thing is still good enough. Decent. 8 out of 10. Well, this one looks more decent than the other 2 out of Battle Pass Season 11, right? The Shark Face T57 Heavy makes more sense. It's like the Yo tank with the shark face, but it's bigger. So also a boat shape hull design, which is kind of neat, but yeah, this one's a little bit better, like an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, it's also pretty nice looking too. I still prefer the Hall the Ops version, the Hellhound T57 Heavy, but this one's also good. Pretty good. That one has a Snoopy on the machine gun cover. So yeah, you cannot beat the Snoopy, right? It's not copyrighted, is it? I don't know. Yeah, not a bad looking skin. The bush, that is the ELC EVEN 90. This thing actually came out on the super test during summer, but only made it to the holiday ops for gold. So it took them like 6 months for them to release the skin, but if you want a bush for the ELC EVEN 90, then it is a bush. Practically a bush camping with the best camo out there for a light tank. It is also pretty small target too, so yeah, I think this is the best, might be the best passive scout for tier 8. Maybe for the whole freaking light tank gameplay. It's pretty good. Ah, the vehicle and style that baited me so hard during summer of last year. I thought this was the summer marathon vehicle, not the 56 toilet paper with the prison tattoo. That thing sucked. It's more in line with the shipped TVP 100 marathon, right? Has a very good looking style. It's not a tie-in to like any movies like the Terminator or the Snatch movie. So this thing makes more sense, right? But no, we got the 56 toilet paper with prison tattoos. God, that thing sucked. So practically a VZ51 turret on a WZ111, but this style looks pretty good. Reminds me of the modification to T80s or T72s, but yeah, it looks pretty nice. Definitely like 8.75 or 8.5 at least. Pretty nice looking. I got debated so hard. Ah, speaking of crap, the 56 toilet paper with the prison tattoo. Ah, god damn it. It is categorized as 3D style, even though it's a 2D skin. That's a painting on top of the vehicle. Yeah, this is a 3. Maybe even 2 out of 10. I hate it. I hate how I got debated. Instead of the WZ111 Model 6, we get this thing, which is the utter turd. God, that sucks. It's not even colored. It's only a prison tattoo, like a tribal tattoo or something. I just, whatever, man. It's a 2 out of 10. I hate this thing. Vehicle sucks. The whole freaking marathon sucks. The camo sucks. It sucks. Surprise, surprise. 2 assembly shop for 1 year. That is crazy. The Kampfpanzer 07PE. It is definitely large leopard 1. And this style, the same as the Lion, pretty good. 10 out of 10. It's specialized, changes color based on the maps. Definitely 10 out of 10. But it's a large ass leopard 1 that's a heavy tank with a dozer blade that cannot be used, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely a good looking vehicle. It's still, I think it's a little bit more consistent than the Lion, mostly because the shell velocity is faster, but that's just me. So I love this vehicle, I love the Lion, but yeah, they cost more than the Object 780. And there's a new style for the Sherman EZ8, but it is only for the tutorial, not for the actual vehicle or the game. You can only play with this skin on the actual tutorial missions, now called stories, not actually boot camp anymore. But funny enough, on the Russian server, you don't play with the Sherman, you play with a T-34-85. So they took that out too, but changed the script, changed the voice acting, put a T-34 instead of a Sherman tank, so, or the Firefly, whatever. It's a very good looking skin, but you can only mod it into the actual base model of the Sherman EZ8, and that would do. But it's like a 8 out of 10, just missing a camo, but still pretty good looking. Mjolnir 13 Battle Pass Season 12 Jagdpanzer E100. It is somewhat big, but not as crazy as the Holiday Ops skin, right? It has a freaking airport docking mechanism in the back, I guess, but it's like when the plane connects to a terminal, that little accordion looking thing attaching the plane to the airport. But yeah, it's It's alright. It's not the worst, but it's kind of crazy how, I mean, post-grunge, like World War III-esque of a feel. That is the Mirror 13 theme, right? So at least it's not covered in grease or something, or barbed wires, I guess. It's like 8.25 out of 10. It's not bad. It's okay. The Mirror 13 Object 140. The star antenna is a little bit too much, but otherwise not bad looking vehicle skin. It's hard to decide between this one and the Egyptian Object 140 that looks like a T-54, but yeah, the star antenna is kinda eye-catching. A little bit too much. Replace it with a 𝗔𝗱𝗃𝗀 and you'll be fine, but it's also a little bit better than the 𝗥𝘁𝗲𝗄𝗃 E100. I would say 8.5 out of 10. Pretty decent too, but the Object 140 gets 2 good skins and a Wüstenschiff skin as well, so not slacking over there for Russian vehicles. But it's like the 𝗥𝘁𝗃𝗃. They love the 𝗥𝘁𝗃, giving 𝗥𝘁𝗃 like 4 skins or something. Mirror 13 M5-Yoh tank with large ass grousers for the tracks. Reminds me of Season 3 or Season 2 of Battle Pass. It's the winter theme with the 121, the E3, and the 705A. But this one is for rocks, unstable ground compared to snow, I guess. But I still prefer the Swordfish M5-Yoh. We got that one for free during October of like the year or 2 prior, but has a shark painted on the turret front. So definitely, yeah, the Swordfish is more intimidating than this vehicle, but still looks okay, not half bad. 8.25 out of 10, decent. Wüstenschiff event TVP T5051, practically the same style as the 𝗥𝘁𝗃𝗃, the Object 140, and the Patent, but new vehicle, I guess, for the lineup of fighting Wüstenschiff. It is mostly the gun barrel and the collection of energy device in the back, but it's okay, I guess. It's still like a 6 out of 10. I mean, there's no camo, no crazy stuff for the hull. I still prefer the Mantis style from Battle Pass. That was Season 2. The winter version was Season 4, the second year of Battle Pass. So a little bit mistake on my end, but it's okay. It's an electrified gun, a railgun-esque of a design, but whatever. It's like a 6 out of 10. Mantis, it's pretty good. Mirror 13 Premium Shop style for the Lynx 6x6 has snow tires or snow tracks bolted onto the wheels, but it's grungy, it's greasy. It is somewhat crazy for a car, but it's okay. It's not half bad, I guess. It's still green though. I would prefer it black or something, but maybe 8 out of 10. I mean, it's still kind of greasy for me, but yeah, maybe 8. 8 feels fine. Remove the grease, 8.5. Add a camo, yeah, 8.5. Otherwise. Alright, greased up Bofors Tornwagen for Mirror 13 Premium Shop. It is greasy, it is still somewhat green, but they actually buffed this vehicle, surprisingly. So added barbed wires and machine guns and boxes, but a little bit more greasy than what I would like. Still, not as intimidating as the original IS-7, I believe. Still good, I guess. Kinda still greasy though. I mean, that is the style with all these vehicles, so if only can buy it for bonds or something, right? That would be interesting. Oh crap, I clipped through the mantlet. I did not code the mantlet. Oh, okay, that's just a little bit error of coding for me, but yeah, blame me. There should be a mantlet there. Whoops. Speaking of greasy, holy crap. Symbiote Action X Centurion. It is pretty greasy with barbed wires and chains and rusty fences and stuff. That is pretty greasy, holy crap. Yeah, it does remind me of the original Revenant style for tier 9s, but this is at tier 10. It's not as menacing as the IS-7. The IS-7 is so crazy when you think about it, but yeah, it's still for money, for actual money, but it's still like a maybe 8, 7.5 or so, 8 on a good day, but it's no Venom or Carnage. That would be crazy. Like a whole black vehicle with like white stripes and grease in that way. That would be interesting, but no, kinda greasy. The Obsidian Titty. Technically, it's a 3D style, but it's mostly a 2D camo with back of the turret design of a Mjolnir 13 Essence Collector. So similar to the Waffentrigger event, without the railgun, electrified gun barrel. It's kind of basic when you look at it, but it's a little bit better than the prison tattoo on the 56 toilet paper, at least. So not half bad, and it's not a marathon, but you cannot take off this camo. You cannot change it. Cannot go back to the basic titty of the model. So you have to have the Mjolnir 13 Essence Collector thing, but it's okay. It's a 4 out of 10. Another surprise collaboration, but Dune inspired spaceship looking PR-68 Mittler Kampfpanzer. It is futuristic, a lot more futuristic than the Sky Sentinel of a AE Phase 1. So definitely special effects when get hit, as well as shooting the gun. You have a light on top that also shines. The hitbox is different than the actual visual model. So kind of confusing if you shoot at the back of the turret. There's nothing there, but it's actually pretty good. I mean, it is very Dune-esque, especially for the turret design. Looks like a cockpit of some sort, but it is like a 9 out of 10, 9.5. I love it. I like getting hit, shooting the gun. It all sounds different than actually using the skin. You can also take it off and put your own camo on, but very cool. And moving on to holiday ops, with the flagship Cobra tank for Vinnie Jones. Has wooden furniture, engravings, and golden chain, but is it as good as Arnold's M47 improved? Not really. I do like the furniture, the wooden furniture design, but it's a little bit more crazier look than the M47 improved. I mean, it is tier 9, but you're supposed to have tier 10s for skins. I guess they run out of tier 10s, right? T92 𝗥𝘁𝗲𝗄𝗎𝗄𝗏 does not have a skin yet. Same goes with the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, but hey, we have to move on to tier 9 with Battle Pass tanks. It's okay, it's not half bad, but yeah. Hot Rod or Hot Wheels EBR. Born to roar, not to run, but whatever. It is pretty crazy. Definitely up there. It is a special style with animation and stuff, but it makes the EBR looks a lot different than what it actually is, which is cancer. But definitely cool. Definitely. This is like 9.5. If only this thing has a lot of flame tracks effect while driving, that would be a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, but it doesn't have flames coming behind it into the tracks like Ghost Rider or something, but still pretty cool. Definitely high end of design and style. The Sky Sentinel AE Phase 1 kinda reminds me of Fallout, like a 1950s futuristic design for a future spaceship thing, but doesn't really apply to the AE Phase 1. I think it's more appropriate for something like a M48A2 Starship that we don't have, but still looks pretty decent except for the blue coloring. But then again, it is 1950s-esque, so it would be a lot better if it was like hot red or black. But then again, no, it's okay, it's fine. They have moved on to tier 9 vehicles like Battle Pass vehicles instead of tier 10s. Rheinmetall Panzerwagen? Nope. Missed out. It's okay, it's not a bad looking vehicle, but it's not as crazy as a Hot Rod EBR. Mad Maxian E75. The Thunderdome on the turret. It's a rage cage. It has a lot of stuff going on. Holy crap. I think the flamethrower version of this vehicle is a little bit better. That came out like last year or the year prior, but it's okay. It's not half bad. Still a lot of stuff going on. It's not space armor though for the Thunderdome on the turret for all the fences. It's not space armor, so cannot deflect high explosive anti-tank rounds or high explosive rounds, but it's fine. It's okay. Not half bad. At least the E75 is getting a skin, right? Tier 9s are getting skins, so I guess they really like the E75s. The Hobo GWE100. Holy crap. It's a bunch of rags or socks on this vehicle. Holy crap. I mean, it's okay, but it is nowhere near as good as the Conqueror gun carriage, or even the Batchat artillery, or even the Object 261. But at least it has a skin compared to the T92 howitzer mortar carriage, so nobody likes it. It's a bunch of rags. It's so stupid looking too. It's like it's a Hobo GWE100. Maybe even dreadlocks. God, so bad. 8 out of 10. It's okay. It's fine. Teddy Bear Boresque. That's a lot of teddy bears with dangerous armaments. Knives, revolvers, rifles, you name it. It is obviously for St. Patrick's Day, right? Definitely. Holy crap, there's a lot of teddy bears. How many are there? Like freaking 10? It's even more than 10. It's like 12, 13, 14, 15. I count 15 from a glance, but Valentine's Day, Louvre-esque of a design, I guess, but holy crap, there's a lot of teddy bears. It's alright. It's like a 6. Yeah, whatever. You have to spend actual money for this thing, but and the 116 F3. Now, I had a problem with the camo, mostly because script files are weird, but imagine a camo on this thing, so that is practically it. But basically, it's not a bad looking vehicle. Has a machine gun cover, has a bunch of stuff on the back end of the engine deck, but bamboo for stuff staking vampires or something. It's most likely just placement markers, or it's actually for snow placement markers, but yeah, it's a bunch of stuff for winter terrain combat. But imagine a camo on this thing. Like I said, script file is kind of weird. I tried to make it work, but did not happen. So here is the actual camo on this thing. It's a blue, green, white looking thing. It's okay. It's winter-esque, but not the best. It's okay. It has different marks of excellence, I guess, but there's a thermal sleeve for the gun barrel, and engine deck is covered, but okay. I mean, fine, I guess. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Camo style, sure. And moving on to Russian server only, the 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏 OHO or OI-120. It is a premium version of the OHO, except it can make daily gold or something based on the mission, but it's a edgelord OHO. There are so many edges and pointy OSHA unapproved spots on this vehicle. I mean, there's so many ways to poke your eyes out, but goddamn, there's a black crow. It's something to do with black god of Russian folklore. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know. So your guess is good as mine, but it can make daily gold into missions. So technically you can farm gold with this vehicle, but whatever. It's like 30 gold or 50 gold or something. You're not farming that much, right? Not really. But yeah, crows and the one ring in the crow's mouth on the gun barrel, but okay. Edgelord, it's like a 5. If it comes to the other server, but the OHO sucks. You have no gun depression. God damn, this is middle school OHO practically. And there's a new style for the Corvettes 1. It's like a heavy metal version of a Hephaestus forge of sorts for the engine deck. So, Greek god of forging or metalwork, but the only downside to this vehicle is the vehicle sucks. It's surprising how dispersion on this vehicle is so much dramatically worse than the Object 703 version number 2. It's the same chassis, almost the same turret, but no. Dispersion for a single gun is so much worse than 2 guns for some reason, but skins wise, it's okay, it's not half bad. It's a little bit better than the Edgelord of the Karakun, but I'll give it a 6, 7 out of 10. A nautical box tank of a T-103 tank destroyer. It is the cousin to the Su-100Y, but looks more like a boat, like with the Caliban or Type 5. It is not half bad, but guardrails are more prominent, as well as the cables or ropes. It is a boat, I guess, but you cannot go sailing with these vehicles, you'll drown. Only cosmetic wise, but they really like turn stuff into boats. I mean, you could make it into the Su-100Y, into a more boat shape, but close enough, I guess. It's like a 6, maybe 6.5 out of 10. It's alright, but I feel the Type 5 is more menacing as a battle tank or battleship than a small sailboat of a T-103. The flamethrower 𝗥𝘁𝗲𝗄 has a skin for their marathon, but it's just some red paint, similar to the Cobra Renegade or something, but just some red paint. That is it. I mean, there's no flame symbols or fire decals or something, it's just red. That is it. This is kind of basic. It's like a 2. It's even worse than the prison tattoo. I mean, then again, the vehicle is not that big. You don't have that much surface area to paint over, so it's like a 2. It's like a red paint on the Object 156O version, so flame 𝗥𝘁𝗄𝗄. Now it's red. Whoopee. Now on the Russian server, they don't have Mirny 13 for their Battle Pass Season 12. They have a cosmonaut themed space program of a K91. It has special animation with the boosters on the sides, on the front, but also for the vents as well. So special animation, but it's okay. I mean, special theme. It's like a small spaceship, I guess. Like a 6 out of 10. I mean, I still prefer the Mirny 13 style because it's more grungy, but yep, it's hard to program or script the vent animation, so it's missing. But imagine there's a vent and it's circling or spinning, but it's like a 6. It's okay, not half bad. It seems that Wargaming and Leicester Studio really likes the Batchat. I mean, there's like 4 skins for this vehicle already, but it's a space program for the French, if that's a thing. Pretty sus if you ask me, but stock 90mm as well? It's not the 105. Looks like the 90mm, or at least the 100mm on this vehicle, but I don't play the Russian server, I cannot tell ya. It's okay, I mean it's still like a 6, but there is a turbine in the hull, which is hard to script, but it's actually missing. Oh, so imagine a vent spinning or turbine spinning there, but it's still like a 6 out of 10. It's okay. And the third vehicle for their Season 12 Battle Pass is the WZ132-1. And it broke. Crap! I cannot make the script file work, but we'll take a look at the actual website. So it's this model. Oh, but you can actually play around with it. So the vents work, I presume, and the fans and stuff, but also the flaps for the solar panel thing, but it's okay, I guess. It's also like a 6, but yeah. Alright, that's their battle pass, that's their cosmonauts of a style theme, but yeah, imagine the vents working on this stuff, as well as with the Batchat. Yeah, the little spinny turbine thing, but also the little flaps work, like the little solar flaps, but okay. And there you have it, folks. All the new skins that were made in 2023, but only 3 did not come out. The 2 recent ones, as well as the Model 6 WZ111, I did not include the charioteer because this is more of a 2024, so technicalities, but we did not see the 116 F3, of course, as well as the Boresk. These two are recent, as well as the Model 6 WZ111. So all the skins actually came out. Pretty nice. But as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.